Hi guys, welcome back for another Align with Alexa yoga flow. It's a bit gloomy out today here, but we're still going to do a little flow, get our backs feeling good and stretched out. So we'll get started with a brief meditation. You can find yourself an easy seat. You can have your palms facing up to receive or down to ground. We'll close our eyes here and just get started finding our normal inhales and exhales. Take notice to your breaths. You can make them longer, shorter, whatever your body feels like it needs today. We're going to move forward with some box breathing today. So, whenever you're ready, you can take an inhale for 1, 2, 3, hold at the top for 1, 2, 3, exhale for 1, 2, 3, and hold for 1, 2, 3. We'll do a few rounds of this so you can again inhale 1, 2, 3, hold 2, 3, exhale 1, 2, 3, hold 2, 3. You can keep this going at your normal pace. You can make it longer, make it shorter, whatever you need right now. Just try to find yourself in that box rhythm, holding at the top and holding at the bottom. This is a warming breath here, so you should feel your body slowly starting to warm up from the inside out. If you have any thoughts popping up into your brain, that's okay. Try to just push them off to the side. Right now, we're just focusing on our breath. You're exactly where you need to be. And whenever you're ready, you can wiggle your fingers and toes, open your eyes, or keep them closed. We'll bring our arms overhead. You can drop your right arm and reach your left arm across. Try to stretch out that left side of your body. Switch it on over, so drop your left and bring the right arm overhead. Bring it out to the side. Stretch out that side of your body. We'll bring the arms back overhead and take a twist. So we'll have our right arm behind, left arm is in front, and we're looking over that right shoulder for 3 breaths here. You'll find that we'll be holding most of these postures for about 3 breaths. So we'll take one more here. Inhale, let it go. We'll bring the arms back up overhead and switch sides. So we'll bring the right arm in front, left arm drops behind, gaze is over that left shoulder. Trying to twist into the side of your body here. One more breath. And we'll bring the arms back overhead and down by our sides. Just flipping around to show you, but bring the arms back up overhead, fold forward and reach high on your mat. Trying to sink down into your hips. And then after a breath here, we'll try to press back so you can open up your knees wide. Sit back on your ankles, sink into your hips. Drop your forehead to the mat, and we're going to keep our elbows up off the mat here for an extended child's pose. We'll take another few breaths here. Just letting our thoughts go as they come in. We'll walk our hands over to the right side of the mat, trying to open up the left side of our body. Taking 3 breaths here. Keeping that forehead glued to the mat. Maybe you can walk your fingers out a little further. We'll bring them back to center. And then we'll walk them over to the left side of the mat to stretch out the right side of the body here. Really trying to just connect your bottom half of your body, pressing down into the mat. We'll bring them back to center. You can bring your hands together to prayer and shift it back for seeker prayer. 3 breaths here. Inhale, let it go. Last breath. Exhale. Walk your hands back out in front of you and we'll press forward into a tabletop position. You can feel free to take a cat-cow here if that's what feels good for you. And then we'll get ready to thread the needle. So we'll bring the right arm high and thread the needle between your left knee and your left elbow. Bring that left arm up overhead, keeping that right ear glued to your mat. Letting the hips open here, stretching through your side body. Last breath. And then we'll slowly walk our hands back and press back to a tabletop. Reverse it now, so bring your left arm high, thread the needle to the right, dropping the ear and the shoulder to your mat. Right arm walks up overhead. 3 breaths. Last one here. And then we'll bring our hands back to neutral and slowly press back up to a tabletop. We'll stretch out our wrists here so you can flip your hands and have the tops of your hands on your mat, rocking forward and back, trying to stretch out the tops of your forearms down into your wrists and hands. However much pressure feels good for you is a-okay. And then you can flip your hands, bringing your forearms facing in, your fingertips facing towards the long sides of your mat, and rocking side to side here. Just stretching out our wrists a little bit more before we take some of our sun salutations. We'll bring our hands back to neutral. And I want you to lift your knees up here. Hold them about 2 inches up off your mat for a bear hold. Bracing your core, holding your pelvis in neutral alignment. Hips and knees should be in 90-90 off the floor, and then lower back down. You can rock back, take a cat-cow if you want. And then when you're ready, toes stay tucked and we'll press back for a downward facing dog. You can feel free to walk your hands forward or back. You can stretch out your knees, bringing one knee forward, one knee back. You can come high on the toes and then try to drive your heels into your mat. Bring your right leg high, and we'll step it forward between the hands, dropping your left knee and your shin to the mat, pressing forward into a low crescent lunge. And keep your hands on your knee. And feel the stretch down the front of your left thigh and hip. Wherever feels good here for 3 breaths. Last exhale, and then we'll shift back into a half split here. So trying to bring your knee towards your nose, keeping your pelvis tucked and your hips aligned forward facing the front of your mat. You can have a slight bend in your top knee if you need, and then we'll press back forward into that low lunge. Tuck the back toes and then press yourself back into a downward facing dog. You can take a few breaths here, really trying to sink into your arms, open up your back. Bring your left leg high, step it forward to your hands, drop your right knee and shin to the mat. Press yourself up, bringing your hands on your knees for that low crescent lunge. Trying to sink a little deeper if you can, stretching out the front side of your thigh. Last breath. Find an exhale, and then shift back into a half split. You can bring your toes up off the mat. Keep a slight bend in that front knee. Walk your foot forward or backward if you need to. Wanting to make sure your hips are squared facing your front of your mat. Last breath. And then we'll bend that knee, bringing the hands back, tucking the back toes and stepping back for that downward facing dog. We'll get ready for our sun salutations and make our way to the top of the mat. So look towards the top of your mat, bend your knees, and try to slowly hop between your hands. On your exhale, find a fold. You can grab opposite elbows, slightly bend your knees, and just hang here for a ragdoll, rocking side to side, finding your breath, reconnecting with your breath here. We can bring our hands back to the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, bringing the arms up overhead. And bring them to prayer through heart center and out by your side for Tadasana. Inhale, you can bring your arms up overhead. Prayer through heart center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back and into high plank. And drop your knees. We'll take a modified chaturanga to start. And then you can press up into a cobra. Inhale. On your exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward and then your left. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back into a high plank. Drop the knees. Slowly lower down, modified chaturanga. Press up for a cobra, keeping those arms tucked in. Press back, exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your left leg forward, step your right to meet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, then the left. Take a full chaturanga, lower down, flip the toes, lift the thighs for up dog, press back, downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward, bring the left to meet, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, then the right for a high plank. Shift forward, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Flip the toes, upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Step your left leg forward, and then your right. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Through heart center for a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot back and then your left for high plank. Shift forward, keep your weight tucked in, lower down for chaturanga. Flip your toes, lift your thighs, upward facing dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Bring your right leg high, step it forward between your hands. Step your left to meet. This time we're going to halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and then rise up, arms overhead, and sit back for a chair pose, sinking down into your hips, trying to keep your pelvis tucked, arms up, squeezing in towards your ears. One more breath, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, step it back to high plank, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga, flip your toes up, dog. Flip your toes down, dog. Bring your left leg high, step it between your hands. Bring your right to meet. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On your inhale, rise up. We'll sit back for another chair pose. Maybe this time you can sink a little deeper. Trying to sit back like you're reaching to sit back in a chair with your bottom. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Bring them through heart center and out by your side for Tadasana. Nice job with the sun salutations, guys. You can feel free to take a break if you need here, but if not, we're going to keep it flowing. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we'll bring the arms up overhead. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. This time we're going to try hopping back. So bend your knees, hop back into a down dog. Try landing with your knees bent to protect your joints. And then feel free to walk out your feet, get yourself into a comfortable down dog. Take a nice deep breath here. And then whenever you're ready, step your right leg high, bend your knee, open up the hip, take ankle circles one way and then the other. And then we'll step that right leg forward between your hands and open up for a warrior two. Arms are long, gaze is over that front middle finger. Try sinking a little deeper into that front knee and then shift back into a peaceful warrior. So sliding that left arm down the back thigh like you're going to high five a wall behind you. And then come back up for a warrior two. Straighten your front leg and bring your right arm down to your front shin. And your left arm is high, gazes towards your top thumb. Take one more breath here. On an exhale, you can rise back up for a warrior two. Feel free to bend the knee, straighten the knee, whatever feels good, and then cartwheel the hands back to the mat and step back for a plank. We'll flow it through here, so Chaturanga Dandasana, rise up for an up dog, shift back for a down dog. Bring your left leg high, bend the knee, open up the hip. We'll take those ankle circles again, and then the opposite way. And then step your left foot forward to meet your hands. Open up for a warrior two here. Keeping that back right leg straight and bending that left front knee. Long line of energy from one middle finger out to the other. One more breath. And then we'll shift back for a reverse warrior here. Reaching that left arm long overhead, opening up your side body here. Another deep breath. And then we'll rise back up to a warrior two. Straighten out your front left leg and bring your left hand down, right arms high for a triangle. Take one more breath here. And on an exhale, we'll rise back up into warrior two. You can keep bending and straightening that front knee, whatever feels good. We'll cartwheel the hands to the mat and step it back. Flow it through Chaturanga, lower down. Flip the toes for an up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Look toward the top of your mat, bend your knees and hop to meet your hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On an inhale, rise back up and we'll meet back in Tadasana. Nice job with all of our standing flows, guys. We'll get ready to finish off with some more restorative postures on our back. So whenever you're ready, you can make your way laying flat on your back. Here I'm just slowly rolling down and then finding myself in a comfortable position on my mat, just taking up space. Bring your right knee up and grab it with your hands, trying to hold it in, tuck it in towards your chest. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, you can try to cross it over, bringing that right foot to touch the ground on the other side. You can bring your right arm out long. We'll bring it back in and lower down. And repeat on the left. So bring it in for a knee to chest. And then on an exhale, you can slowly roll that leg on over, dropping that left foot down to the ground, reaching your left arm out long. Feeling a nice twist in the lower back here. Rolling back and slowly lowering it back down. And then we'll bring both knees up for a double knee to chest here. Just trying to hug those knees in tight, pressing every segment of your spine into your back, giving yourself a little gratitude for showing up for this flow today. You can slowly lower your feet back down, and then we'll open up the hips and reach for the outer corners of our feet and take a happy baby here. So you can slowly bend one knee and then the other. You can rock side to side, back and forth. Bend both knees or try to straighten them out. Whatever feels good here. Just taking these last final stretches on our back before we take our savasana. Couple more breaths here. Just stretching out those legs, and then you can send them out long. Finding a nice comfortable position fully on your back. Letting those ankles roll out, your palms lifting up. And we'll just lay here to finish our practice. Trying to let any thoughts that are popping up into your head right now, just let them go. Push them to the side until later. You're not quite done yet here. Just giving yourself some gratitude for moving your body, trying to do whatever you can to make yourself feel a little bit better. Whenever you're ready, you can start wiggling your fingers and toes, slowly rolling up into a sitting position where we'll meet for our final breath together. Keeping those eyes closed or a soft gaze. Thank you guys so much for showing up and flowing with me today on this gloomy, gloomy afternoon. It's been a very long day, but I'm so happy that we did it. Please let me know how you guys are liking these flows, comment below, and make sure you're subscribed to stay tuned for more. The light in me sees and honors the same in you. We'll bow to seal our practice. Thanks so much for flowing with me, guys. I'll see you next time.